In a time where global politics feels more unpredictable than ever, a stunning new development has grabbed the attention of millions across South Africa, the United Kingdom, and even around the world. It involves two of South Africa's most influential political forces, the African National Congress, also known as the ANC, and the Economic Freedom Fighters, widely known as the EFF. These two parties have long been at the center of South Africa's political conversations, controversies, and ideological struggles. But now they find themselves under a very different kind of spotlight. One that could have serious consequences, not just politically, but economically and diplomatically as well. The United Kingdom has signaled something that could be very damaging, a possible move towards sanctions. Yes, you heard that right. The UK may be preparing to take concrete action in the form of sanctions. And this possibility has already sparked intense debate, outrage, confusion, and a growing sense of concern within political circles and among ordinary South Africans alike. To understand how we reached this moment, we need to take a closer look at the past. The ANC has been South Africa's ruling party since the end of apartheid in 1994. Its legacy is deeply tied to the fight for freedom, human rights, and democracy. The party of Nelson Mandela was once celebrated worldwide. But in more recent years, the ANC has faced growing criticism for corruption scandals, poor governance, failing infrastructure, and economic mismanagement. Alongside this, the EFF emerged in 2013. Founded by former ANC Youth League leader Julius Malema, the EFF quickly built a reputation for its bold, sometimes aggressive political style, its focus on land reform without compensation, and its anti-establishment message. While many view the EFF as a voice for economic justice, others see it as divisive and radical. Together, these two parties have shaped the direction of South African politics. Sometimes in opposition, sometimes indirectly aligned in rhetoric. But now, their actions have drawn the eye of a foreign government, one with real power on the global stage. The recent uproar began after statements and actions by both parties drew sharp condemnation from British officials and observers. Reports began circulating that certain comments made by members of the ANC and EFF, particularly around international issues and foreign diplomacy, were seen as dangerous or inflammatory. In particular, remarks allegedly targeting international Jewish communities and controversial stances regarding the conflict in the Middle East have made international headlines. These statements have sparked accusations of anti-Semitism, hate speech, and promoting division in a time when unity is more critical than ever. The United Kingdom, which maintains strong diplomatic ties with South Africa, has made it clear that they are watching closely. British lawmakers and advocacy groups have publicly urged the UK government to consider sanctions, especially targeting individuals within these parties who are believed to be promoting hate or destabilizing rhetoric. While some say this is an overreaction by foreign powers meddling in local affairs, others argue that these sanctions could send a powerful message about the need for responsible leadership and respectful global dialogue. Some believe the UK is simply standing up for international standards of human rights, condemning what they see as intolerance and dangerous political messaging. But not everyone agrees. Critics of the UK stance argue that it's hypocritical. They point out the UK's own complicated history with colonialism, racism, and political favoritism. They claim that by targeting South African politicians, the UK is ignoring its own past and imposing double standards. Still, the growing call for sanctions is gaining momentum. It's not just about words anymore. This could lead to actual bans on travel for both the ANC and EFF. The implications are enormous. If key leaders within their ranks are sanctioned, it could disrupt their political influence, damage their international reputation, and create economic ripple effects. Business leaders are already expressing worry, warning that any sanctions from the UK could deter investment and weaken already fragile economic ties. South Africa is facing many challenges: load shedding, unemployment, rising poverty, and political instability. The last thing it needs is a global scandal that makes things even worse. But on the other hand, there are some who support the idea of sanctions, especially if they lead to greater accountability and change within these political parties. Julius Malema and other high-ranking figures in the EFF have responded defiantly, denying all allegations and insisting that their statements were misinterpreted or taken out of context. The ANC has taken a slightly more cautious approach, promising to review certain positions and reaffirm their commitment to unity and peace. But is it too little, too late? Many believe the damage is already done. International watchdogs, human rights groups, and media organizations are not backing down. They continue to pressure the UK government, demanding action that reflects a clear stance against hate and extremism. Behind the scenes, diplomatic discussions are likely underway. South Africa's Department of International Relations and Cooperation may soon be forced to step in, either to clarify the country's official position or to try and calm tensions. What happens next is unclear. Will the UK actually move forward with sanctions? Will South African parties be forced to change course or tone down their rhetoric? Or will this lead to deeper divisions and more global backlash? There are so many possible outcomes. Sanctions could be imposed quickly or they could be delayed depending on political pressures and behind-the-scenes negotiations. If sanctions are implemented, it might open the door for other countries to follow suit, isolating certain South African leaders on the world stage. Or the situation could be resolved diplomatically with statements of apology, clarification, or compromise. Either way, this is a turning point. It's a moment that challenges the role of political parties, the responsibility of leaders, and the power of international relationships. The ANC and EFF must now consider not just their local supporters but how their words resonate across borders. The people of South Africa are watching. The world is watching. What kind of message will their leaders send next? Will it be one of unity and progress or more division and controversy? This is not just a political story. It's a human story. It's about accountability, communication, and the power of choices made in public spaces. As this story continues to unfold, we will keep watching, analyzing, and reporting on what comes next. If you've made it this far, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the UK's possible sanctions? Do you believe the ANC and EFF went too far, or is this a case of foreign interference in South African politics? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you found this video informative, eye-opening, or even just worth thinking about, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more deep political analysis, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We've got more stories coming and you won't want to miss what happens next. Stay informed, stay aware, and most importantly, stay engaged. Thanks for watching.